Good morning, Francis John. Why are you wearing a face mask? You're not feeling very well, so you're wearing a face mask and keeping your distance so I don't catch it. Well, thank you, Francis John, for thinking of me, and I hope you feel better soon. You hope so too, and the doctor's given you some medicine to make you feel better, but it tastes nasty, so you don't want to take it. Oh dear. Well, our story today is all about a man who had a disease and who didn't want to do what God told the prophet Elisha said would make him better. Are you ready for our story? Naaman is healed from leprosy. Naaman was the captain of the army of the king of Aram. He was very important to his king, but he was also sick with leprosy. Leprosy was a terrible skin disease. It was very infectious, and there was no cure for it. In Naaman's house, there was a little girl who had been captured from Israel. She was the servant of Naaman's wife. The little girl said to her, "I wish that my master would meet the prophet Elisha, who lives in Samaria. He could heal Naaman of his leprosy." Naaman went to the king and told him what the Israelite girl had said. Then the king of Aram said, "Go, Naaman, and I will send a letter to the king of Israel." So Naaman went to Israel and took the letter from the king of Aram to the king of Israel. The letter said, "Now this letter is to show that I am sending my servant Naaman to you. Cure his leprosy." When the king of Israel had read the letter, he tore his clothes to show he was sad and upset. He said, "Am I God? I don't have the power over life and death. So why did the king of Aram send a man sick with leprosy for me to heal? Think about it, and you'll see that it is a trick. The king of Aram is trying to start a fight." Elisha the prophet heard that the king of Israel had torn his clothes. So Elisha sent this message to the king: "Why did you tear your clothes? Let Naaman come to see me." So Naaman came with his horse and chariots to Elisha's house and stood outside the door. Elisha sent a messenger to Naaman who said, "Go and wash in the river Jordan 7 times, then your skin will be healed." Naaman became angry and left. He said, "I thought Elisha would at least come and stand in front of me and call on the name of the Lord his God. I thought he'd wave his hand over my body and heal the leprosy. Abner and Pharpar, the rivers of Damascus, are better than all the water in Israel. Why can't I wash in those rivers in Damascus and become clean?" Naaman was very angry and turned to leave. But Naaman's servants went to him and talked to him. They said, "Master, if the prophet told you to do something great, you would do it. Isn't that right? But he said to you, 'Go and wash in the Jordan River 7 times.'" So Naaman did what Elisha said. He went down and dipped himself in the Jordan River 7 times, and he was healed. We heard in our story about Naaman who had leprosy. At first, Naaman did not want to do what the prophet Elisha said would make him better. But when Naaman was willing to trust God and go and wash in the river Jordan, God healed Naaman from his leprosy. I wonder, have you ever been told to do something that would help you, but you haven't wanted to do it? You may like to close your eyes and think about it now. I'm going to say a prayer, and if you want to make it your prayer too, then please say amen at the end after me. Dear God, thank you for helping Naaman to trust you. You know the things I find difficult at the moment. Please help me to trust you and let you help me. Amen. What's that, Francis John? You think even though it tastes nasty, you will take your medicine because you want to get better soon? That sounds a good idea. And I'll tell you what, when you finish taking your medicine and feel better, I will buy you a very special jar of honey. Yeah, you like that idea? Well, that's good. Well, thank you for joining us today for the story of Naaman is healed from leprosy. We look forward to you joining us again soon. Goodbye and God bless.